Hi, this is part two, talking about organization and ADHD. Organization is not a one size fits all, and especially if you have ADHD. Um, Now, organization is not about perfectionism, it's about having the tools and systems in place to make your life easier. Uh, these are the questions that you may ask yourself before you get organized. What frustrates you the most? What is not working? What is the most overwhelming space in your home, office, etc.? How much space do you need? What will work in your home and the space in your home? What will work for me and my family? These are, and how can I make it work for us as a whole? Those are questions you have to ask yourself before you get organized. And all of my organizational ideas keep ADHD in mind, and it also keeps all the different personality types in mind. Now, one thing I want to tackle is get my notes to cooperate here is calendar. Now, for me, I found that what I used consistently and was the simplest for me was just a small calendar that I bought at Dollar Tree that will fit in my purse so that it can go with me anywhere, everywhere, and I don't have to remember to bring it because it's already fits in my purse and I take my purse with me everywhere. Now, for you, it may be your phone. It could be a digital calendar that goes with you everywhere. Yes, my phone goes with me everywhere also, but I have to admit I'm of that age that I just haven't jumped on that bandwagon. Yes, I do use a digital calendar, but I do like to write it down, and maybe that's just the way my brain remembers things is by writing it down. So even with the calendar, you have to use what works for you. What works for you is not going to work for every single person. So here are some calendars. There's Cozy. Now, Cozy, I used to use. You can put in each of your family members' emails and you can delegate to them what you need them to do. And that is a great calendar for letting all your family members be on the same page and know what you need them to do and have everything delegated. Of course, there's a Google Calendar. Now, I do like that one. I use that one the most for church because I can set a schedule and that schedule is going to change, and it's not going to change. So it's the same every month, and everyone can use the Google Calendar that has a phone. And then if I had to make a change, I could just make that change and not disrupt the whole schedule. So that was easy for me. Um, Alarms are very, very helpful, especially to me and those with ADHD, because our time awareness isn't like everyone else's time awareness. Now, I remember as a kid always knowing when the bell was going to ring at recess. When you have a habit of the exact same thing every single day, you can memorize that is called muscle memory. Everyone has an amount of muscle memory that does set in. If you get up at the same time every morning, certain things that you do at the same time those are muscle memory, and you do have that capability, but there are a lot of things I have to set an alarm for. It's just the way my brain works. I can't remember anything without an alarm. Um, it doesn't matter if it's a day planner, a smartphone app, or just a plain old desk calendar. But with ADHD, we all need a calendar. Keep it in one spot and check it at least 3 times a day. If you have a desk at work, keep that calendar open on your desk. You clean everything at the end of every day. Make sure your calendar is left open on your desk so that you know for sure to look at it every day. Now, when I had a retail job, I did have a separate calendar for work, and then I had the one in that I used for everything in my life. So you may find that helpful as well. And then I also wrote things on a home calendar so everybody at home would know. But Cozy also does that. Google also does that. Um, Make it a habit to check the same for your calendar. Make it a habit to check it at the same time every day. Forgetting meetings, deadlines, medications, or other responsibilities can really create problems at work and in your personal life. Turn to computer programs and other electronic devices to remind you of appointments, deadlines. For example, set your computer or smartphone to alert you 5 times before every event in your calendar. Now, what I do is I do set my alarms. If I have an appointment, I do set it an hour before, because if I've completely forgotten about the appointment, I need an hour to get ready. And then I'll set it 5 minutes before, because sometimes things happen that you're doing things and then you forget, oh my goodness, I need to leave for the appointment. I've already lost track of time because I was doing laundry or something, waiting for my time to pass. So alarms will keep you on track. And now there's Alexa and all of those devices too that you can rely on. Those are great devices for ADHD, or if you're just forgetful. Daily to-do lists. Each morning, make a list of the things you want to get done that day. That doesn't mean you're going to get them done that day. It's just like a brain dump. Trying to keep your list realistic. Um, you'll have a good chance of getting to everything. Arrange your tasks in order of importance, putting the most important tasks first. Now, a lot of articles say just make 3 most important things that you want to get done each day, not a whole 20 most important things. Space out, make sure you get the most important things done in the day. Arrange your tasks most important, putting the most important tasks first. Cross off each task when you complete it. That just gives you a sense of success and a sense of, okay, I've accomplished something. It's not something that, oh my gosh, I didn't check off everything on my list. It's more of, hey, look what I accomplished. Let's just turn it around. Do not worry. This is, like I said before, don't worry. It's a brain dump list. What you do not get to can be done another day. The things that can be done another day, that's fine. But having a brain dump list just keeps all of that stuff from going, okay, I got to remember this, I got to remember that, I got to remember that. It just is a way to breathe and relieve some stress, because you have a whole list of things that you need to accomplish, but you won't forget them. You can move them around to whatever day you need. Now, there is an organizer, and I just bought it, and I'm just trying to implement it. But at the top, it's called It's a productivity planner. And at the top, you just put all the list of all the things that you need to do. You can either just brain dump it and just list it in no particular order, or you can have, these are my home things, these are my business things, these are my uh, vlog, blog, podcast. You can have different lists categorized, or you can just have it all lumped in. And then at the bottom, in the middle, there's a place where you can prioritize them. And then at the bottom is where you put in all your dates for appointments and stuff like that. And you can time block. I love that. I might show you that a little later once I really get it implemented, and I can go into a little more depth on that. But like I said, it's just a brain dump list. What you do not get to, add to the next day, or depending on importance of the task. Another good thing to do, no matter what personality you have or whether you have ADHD, is to declutter. Declutter makes everyone's life simpler. And it's something that you can do just to get started on a space. Start with breaking it down into small bite-sized pieces. Start with trash. And all the obvious things that need to be taken out of a space. That way you see, okay, look at the success that I've had already. Look how clean and clear this space looks already by just taking care of the trash, the dirty clothes, dirty dishes, anything that you don't need anymore, or that just doesn't go into that space. Sorry, let me take a drink. That already gives you a little bit, you can see some success and some cleared off spaces, especially if you have a lot of organizing and decluttering that needs to be done. It's just, you see a lot of success very quickly. Put all items from any of your flat surfaces all in a basket. Use as many baskets as you need to clear off all your flat spaces. Again, it's for that visual, okay, it's starting to look better. I've got some success going. It just keeps it from being super overwhelmed. And when you're declutter, that way you can go to each basket and just take out one thing at a time and find a place for it to belong, a permanent place, not just a place to put it, but a permanent place for every item. And then as you go, you'll know what you don't need and what you don't want to keep. All right. So, you can take one item out of the basket at a time, and take your time deciding on what you want to keep and putting it away and finding a home as you go. So the technique is declutter each basket, try to sort and declutter as you go, but then with whatever's left, sort and categorize items. Measure your space and purchase bins and organizational systems like shelves if needed. You can also use boxes, jars, cereal boxes, shoe boxes. You can use whatever you have at home, but and paint it. You don't have to go out and purchase, but Dollar Tree is very budget friendly way to organize as well. But organize the items in your life that you use all day, every day. Make it as visibly appealing as possible. Those are the things that are easy to reach items, making it as easy to put away as it is to take out. When I brush my teeth, of course, I'm sure just like you brush your teeth and you automatically put it back. Why? Because it's just right there, or in that little medicine cabinet. It's right there, and it's easy for you to put back. And that's how I organize. My socks are in a drawer right next to my bed. All the rest of my clothes are in a chest of drawer and in the closet. But my socks are in the bottom drawer in my little side table, because that is where I put my socks on and off. I have a plastic box under my bed because that tends to be where I take my shoes off before I go to bed as well, if I haven't taken them off in the closet. Now, my habit is to change clothes in my closet. That way, everything is contained in the closet. But my shoes, sometimes I take them off in the closet, sometimes I don't. So I have a bin under my bed for the shoes, and my socks are right there in my side table. So you have to organize, just, take note of your habits and organize accordingly. And the stuff that you have to have out visible, you can still make them attractive. Visual organization. You can use clear bins, use chalkboards to take notes, writing board, whiteboard, sticky notes, labels. Start with a drawer, a shelf, a cabinet, then move up to the closets, rooms, and etc. Start with the little small bite-sized places that need to be organized and decluttered first, so you can gradually see some success and build on that success. If you just break it down to as small pieces as you have to keep you motivated. I'm not one that suggests pulling every single item out in your closet and then putting back just what you need, because a lot of people don't have a closet like mine. Mine, I might be able to take everything out and put it back in quickly, but if you have a closet that really needs some major decluttering and organizing, then that's just going to be overwhelming. I take the top shelf of my closet first, or the stuff that's on the floor first, and declutter it and figure out what you want. Because your hang-up clothes, basically, you put all your hang-up clothes in color order by short sleeves, long sleeves, or spring, summer, winter, fall. That is also up to you. Some people don't have enough space and they have to take all their winter stuff out at the end of winter and put their summer stuff in. I happen to have somewhat of a walk-in closet. It's a small walk-in closet, but so I have my long sleeve stuff on one side and my short sleeve stuff on the other side, so I don't have to unpack and pack it every season. But once your clothes is in color order, that makes it easy to coordinate. Your chest of drawer, you can do one drawer at a time and one top shelf at a time. You really don't have to pull it all out if that overwhelms you. Now, this is something that I had to do. Now, I read this also in an article, but it's definitely what I had to do. If I carried a purse that had a black lining, and I had a wallet that had a black lining, a lot of times I'd be in such a hurry, I would look in my purse, dig around in my purse, and think I lost my wallet. This has happened to me a few times, and then that panic sets in, and then turns out I just didn't look far enough at the bottom of my purse because the black wallet just blended in with my purse. And I'm not saying this is really a big deal, but you can free up some stress in your life by finding a wallet that is a different color than your purse. You know, if you always carry a black purse, get some bright colored wallets. But carry a colorful wallet. It's harder to misplace a red wallet than an ordinary brown or black one, especially if it blends in with your purse. The same goes for your checkbook and anything that, you know, you'll go into a panic if you can't find right away. You may even put a loop on the inside of your purse to hang your keys so that you can find them quickly. If you take it out, put it back. Take 10 minutes each day to pick up and return items to their proper places. Once you've got your home organized, of course it's still going to get messy. But that being said, you can use the same method, except for now that it's organized, you're not going to need 10 baskets to clear off all your surfaces and go through 10 baskets. You may just need one small little basket to pick up all the stuff that's not in the right place, and then have whoever these items belong to, have them put them away, or if they're yours, you put them away. Once your home is organized, then you won't have as much stuff to put away because everything will have a home. And you're going to keep up with it with 10 minutes each day to pick up, even if it's right before your before bed routine. You know, I've heard some people call it put your house to bed before you go to bed. Just spend a few minutes picking up. Now, I can't do that before bed because I cook and then I watch TV and then I get sleepy and I have to do things right. Once we finish eating, I have to clean the kitchen. If I don't if I don't wash the dishes that night, I still clean the kitchen, put away the food. But if I don't wash all the dishes, they get washed first thing in the morning. And I have a tub for that too. That way my sink stays clean all the time. And that tub full of dishes reminds me that it's full. I don't need to wait until I have more dishes. I need to get those dishes done. These are just prompts for people that don't have these habits developed already. Some of you have a habit, you can clean as you go and your house stays spotless. Some of us have to work a little harder and we have to trick our brain into remembering to do these things, because once I go start watching TV and then I get sleepy, all I want to do is just go to sleep right away. I don't want to have to go, oh man, I'm sleepy, I want to go to bed, and get up and clean. So we have to work with our brain and our bad habits that we've already set in place until we develop those good habits. You know, the pandemic and being, you know, that I didn't want to bring germs into my home really changed a lot of the habits that I had not developed over years, and really made me see how easy my house could be cleaned if I was paranoid about germs and didn't wait till all of my laundry was dirty before I did my laundry. Don't wait till you need clean clothes to wash all your clothes. If you wash your laundry every single week, even if you do it all in one day, at least it's a smaller load and you can keep up with it and it's not as overwhelming. But let me, go back to what I just said. If you take it out, put it back, take 10 minutes each day to put your house to bed. I do it right when I get home from work. I grab the basket, because once I sit down, that momentum is lost. So find out when that best time is for you, when you're still moving, when you still have energy to do these things. Because even if it's only 10 minutes, if you are just about to fall asleep, you're not going to get up and spend 10 minutes. So you've got to figure out how you can get it done before you're at that point where you're sitting and you don't want to get up, or you're laying down and don't want to get up. Right before, when you get home from work is a good time to get a lot of things done while you're still moving and you haven't sat down and decompressed. Everything should have a home. Most of us don't put things away because we do not know what away is. Once you have a home for everything and everything has a home, then when you put things away, you're not just moving it around, you're actually putting it where it goes, or where you and your brain thinks it should go. I used to have a junk drawer. When the pandemic hit, I changed the junk drawer to a mask drawer and put up hooks for the used masks. I had a drawer for all the clean masks. And then I switched the junk to a different drawer, and then decided, you know what, we don't need a junk drawer per se, we need a utility drawer. We need to be able to find the batteries, we need to be able to find the hammer. What are the things my husband asks me? Hey, where's the hammer? Hey, where's the measuring? Hey, where's this? Instead of me going and finding it, I made a utility drawer instead of a junk drawer. And now my hammer, the measuring tools, the little screwdrivers, little batteries are in that drawer. I no longer have a junk drawer. Not to say that there's not a little bin with a little junk in it. You know, it's not perfectionism, it's progress. But if you need to, start using filing cabinets. If you don't want to use a filing cabinet, use binders. I use binders. I don't use a filing cabinet. But binders, labels, clear storage boxes, over the door organizers. Keep a box for loose papers and other mislaid items to put away or destroy. Go through it at the end of every day. And if you need to, make a command center. Now, some command centers are where your calendar and schedules and all of that is. Some command centers, all they are is a place to put your keys, place to put the things that you don't want to forget when you leave the next morning. Place a small table or bookshelf near the entryway of your home. Put a tray or basket on top of it to hold important items such as keys, wallets, watches, sunglasses, and phones. You can also use this area to hold other items you want to remember, like if your kids are in the habit of forgetting their lunch boxes, that's a good place to have a dumping place for lunch boxes and backpacks. Although I say every bedroom should have a command center for them personally. They can have one place at their front door of their bedroom instead of the front door of the house, where they have their lunch boxes and their backpacks. Then they're ready to just put their lunch in it and go. Unless it's a lunchbox full of unrefrigerated items, but then you can leave it in there. But briefcases, important papers, or outgoing mail can be there. This is the place to stash things that family members need each time they leave the house. Maybe a long vase for umbrellas if where you live it rains a lot. School backpacks, briefcases, pocketbooks, keys, scarves. The launch pad may be inside your garage. You may want to put cubbies with hooks and cabinets so that everything's out of sight. If you're the type of person that everything has to be out of sight, but easy to grab when you leave. And mail. Oh, mail is a pain. As soon as you take it out of the mailbox, just throw away all the junk mail. Only bring the important stuff even in the house. That will cut down a lot. Sort your junk mail outside into the trash. before you come into the house. Then sort bills and other mail in a to-do file or pay the bill right away if possible. And then easy breezy meal plans. I have that in episode 3, so I'm not going to go into that now. But if you have ADHD or you struggle with organization, just make easy breezy meal plans. You know, they say to have some easy breezy meals that you can make when you don't have time. Well, I'm just saying, make them all easy breezy and then make elaborate meals when you have the extra energy and you have something that you just want to try for your family. Mondays for me is chicken, tacos on Tuesdays, wings on Wednesdays, Thursdays takeout, and Fridays are frozen. Like I said, there's more details in episode 3, or you can sometime I'll have a workshop. But Saturday is soup, salad, sandwiches, and Sunday I hope to have barbecue. If not, then from my husband. If not, it's just going to be leftovers. Simplify your wardrobe. The more clothes you have, the harder it is to decide what to wear each morning. So continually declutter clothing. If you get a new shirt, for instance, anything new, make sure you declutter before you put in the new item. In spring and summer, coordinate all your clothing around only 2 colors, you know, plus white. In fall and winter, coordinate all your clothing around 2 other colors plus black. You'll feel liberated by having fewer outfits to choose from, and you'll soon save money on clothes. Now, there are some that just wear white shirts and khaki pants every single day, or black. But at least, you know, you can add in a favorite color with just black and white. Hang them on sturdy hangers in your closet. You'll get dressed faster each morning with less confusion and second guessing. This strategy works for men and women alike, and it is especially helpful for organizing business attire. Women can slip a baggie with their jewelry right over the thing and have that ready to go the next morning. For items to help the children, you may even want to have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what I had for my kids. And then, money management is a big thing as well. Carry a notebook, use an electronic device for your finances. I have a lot more to share, and it looks like we're going to make this a part 2 because this video is already very, very long. So I'm going to sign off here, and we will start with the next part of this in another video. All right, guys, thanks for watching and thanks for listening to my podcast. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.